Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, coming to you today with a live presentation and recording at 08 hours and 38 minutes. It is November 5th, 2021. It is Friday. I hope you started off your week good. This is no nonsense November. So starting off with the first video with this is my first video? I want to say it is. I have to check. See, I'm special. But I have to check to see if it's my first video. So the first video is for the Brother Talk series. The keep us going, brothers. Stay alive. Be the best man you can be. And this is to start off the Brother Talk series. Black men, you are loved and appreciated. Feeling good, feeling great. The energy within, let it guide you on your path for greatness and goodness. You know, in your life, you always did the things to your best ability. You looked out for people. You did your best. You went through a lot of things. You still stand tall. You was tried and you was true. But all they do is look at you as a utility, so they stay used. So you got to keep showing them day after day, proof after proof, no matter what you go through, all by yourself. See, you are alone. People keep wanting to say things you don't alone. But brother, you are alone. I'm not saying dwell within that loneliness, but you are alone. Who got your back? You do. But the greatness of you are meant. You put on your backpack. You stand tall, no matter how heavy it is. It can be rocks that can kick you over and you can fall, but you still stood back up through the test of time. They're going to raise you by a single person. That's not enough. It's supposed to be two, supposed to be a village. But that's when you came through. You know you is a role model. You know you as a certain type. But you don't fit in a box in a picture, because now if you look at your views, they don't listen. Let it be about drama and somebody else's baby mama. See the disrespect already in the words when they're kids, but in the reality, why aren't we calling them the mother of our children or the father of that child? And why aren't they called children? See, nobody thinks about that. And they talk about they an empath and got all these powers and they are psychic. They do tarot and did all these tattoos. Well, I remember years ago that was wrong. Now they slut walking with the shame and say he's slanging it, so he's the man. Now they want to reverse and say, didn't he do it too? No. Like I said, you stay tall, you stay true to who you were and who you is and who you are now. Many people can't say that. So they need to find something wrong in you. Have you ever noticed how we love negative? He must be bad. He must be doing this. He must not be something. But they don't know what's in your pocket, your mind, and your heart. They don't give a damn about you, because the first thing they aim for is to kill you. Not just your people, because they're killing him too. Think about it. Where is the love? So today, man, I give you the honor, the respect, and the love that you never received from another man. That I said one day, I want to be the example of that I never seen. Things that I never felt. Things I never been through. But I understand you. I don't know how it is to be undermined and have kids, but I have met women that treated me different from the man that punched them in the face and hurt them. We got our women saying to good brothers that man in prison is better than the man outside in the world that's free because he understands he don't want to be put under cells and have bars in front of him. How is that free? That's like reincarnation and call it incantation to the love because you love being incarcerated. That don't even make sense. See, that didn't make sense because it didn't make sense, right? But I want you to know, brothers, I love you. Regardless of what woman gravitate towards you. I'm happy you got it. If you got a wife, she love you, appreciate her. Hopefully she's appreciating you just as much, not just because giving you a meal and say you got kids, and that's utility. I want you, if you a brother that understand this, I want you to have a mental, spiritual, emotional love with your woman or the women around you. Because I know I have received that. They care about me because not in my presence, they speak me up. They'll never tell you OJ did bad because OJ don't do bad. We talk about a man doing bad because of things he did as a single man because he didn't understand. That's bad. A man is bad because he don't have they call you broke because you don't have a lot of money. But they don't know what's in your bank account. They don't know how much you save in a week. But they're calling you broke because you won't waste your time on them. That's why you broke. You are broke because you understand how life works, not what life is, not what the world tells you to do. See, people got so used to being told what to do. People, I wasn't even going to say this, but it's in my spirit to say this. People got so used to being told what to do or how to live a life. People live in life just to make money, and that's going to be their happiness. That's not even, but they're sad inside. That's why they're committing suicide. See, I've been got that out of my heart because I had to learn, I had to live because I was given life. It had nothing to do with my mother or father, even though they was partakers over and they helped procreate me. Because after my father and mother shaped me, my environment showed me the product, but I'm not going to produce it's not about me. See, we live in a world where everybody have to be about and rep a clique or some unit. Now we got to the point saying, you don't need no one. Your business wouldn't work. Your family didn't work. If you didn't rely on your wife, or life would rely on me. And then people say, well, I'm single. I got all this money. So what the man bring to the table? What do he bring to the table? But you crying over there. They crying over there, but you don't bring nothing, right? So why don't fret your feathers. Accept your plight. Accept who you are. You a good man. You ain't out there lying. You see, we got so used to manipulation, which is negative, the negative realm, the low vibration, the lost value system. We got so used to it. That's her talking points towards you. She said you can't offer unless you have a whole bunch of money. But even in that mindset, she don't even offer herself what she needs to offer. She look at it. See, we gotta tell truth. She put on the wig. Hold on, peep game, brothers. People, look what people do. Even man and woman, she put on a wig to cover up her natural hair and tell me a wig unnaturally makes more sense to put on and is cheaper than her natural hair you're supposed to take care of. Imagine you coming home and letting your house get dirty because you a single man and don't take care of it. Imagine that. And you go outside smelling funky, even though you got on clean clothes and you took a shower. How does that look? She put on makeup. Same women that dish you got to be strong, brother. This is not to dish. This is to make you actually look. It's not no pill, nothing. Just look at it. A clown put on makeup to hide themselves, to be a different person so you don't know. A mascot put on a costume to hide who they are. She put on a wig. She put on makeup. She put on lashes. She dressed a certain way. She acted a certain way. And that's who you want? That's what we teach our sons to want to be with. Man, I love some natural hair. I love the chocolateness of a woman body. I love the brown skin, the lighter, fair, whatever. I love the black woman. But the black woman don't love you. You have to be a certain way because she's been taught negative. But you don't have to give your children nothing negative. As a man, my cousins, my niece, my nephews, my male cousins and my nephews, and my niece, they don't hear me talk negative about people. They ask me a question, I give them an honest answer. I don't sugarcoat nothing. So, and women say, oh, you need to go deep. Women kept saying I need to go deeper. What's deeper than actually understanding things? Going deeper is based on that person. I can't go your deepness because in your deepness, you won't be wanting to look at something your way. You don't want problem solving. You don't want a solution or a resolve. Everybody your problem is not always in you. See, that's what the world keep trying. See, the world keep trying to make you feel bad. So to tell you, you're the problem for being a black man. You the problem that you are at home right now. I'm at home by myself, alone, but I'm not lonely, by myself, and tell me if something happened to another black person, especially a black woman, it's my fault. That's what we are told. And if we are around and we don't do nothing, but nobody tell them that same woman hate men, it won't tell that black woman why she's out there hurting herself. She won't tell her that. She won't say nothing to her. Another woman will watch another woman get hurt. And brothers, we bigger than that. Why would you watch your brother get hurt and you won't say nothing? That's the bald-faced lie. Because even men said stuff to me that I know plenty of times. I said, yo, man, that's crazy. But we can't live as a woman because a woman won't say nothing to women. Women will watch a woman perish. Brother, I don't want to watch you perish. I don't want to watch you die. I want you off the streets. I want you to have a gun. Gun is not for protection. I want you to have a gun. So somebody else, so if a police have a gun, I want you to fire back. I want to be able to create a squad, a team, a brotherness of men coming together. I don't want us to be always not partaking of one another. I want us to be loved to one each other. That means we can fold arms and know we standing together. I don't got to worry about my brother taken away because that helped me. Because if my brother, one of my brothers are police, not my brother, my brother. My brother, he worked for a company. My actual brother worked for a company. He delivered packages, made great money from it. My other brother, a police officer. My other brother, a nurse, doctor, or physician. My other brother in the law. My other brother might have got in trouble, but he's good at business. We all need each other. See, we don't see that. We say something to men. I don't have no problem. Like they can say you could you teach them how to fish. You can't. No, forget dumb sayings. Brother, what do you need help? You want me to go with you? You need some money to get there? You need a ride there? I can show you a little bit more. Do you understand? So when I leave, do you get it? See, but we won't do that. I don't need a cliche saying telling me, teaching me how to fish. No, F that. This is where I got the stick from. See, we won't do that. I don't know why we don't do that. I don't know who taught us how to be brothers. Who taught us that? Who taught us how to be brothers? I wasn't taught that. I was within myself. I know where it came from, but I had to be the black man I wanted to see. See, a lot of us don't do it that way. A lot of us listen to so much crap. We think that crap is right or correct. So many brothers out here killing brothers and hurting brothers. We got to the point where we don't offend the women, but these are random women. I want you to start understanding, why won't you take up for your brother? What did he do to you? Would this be is beneficial, or even your sisters? That is the random women. But I'm not about that right now. I'm about you, brothers. I'm showing you appreciation and gratitude and love that you have never received. Because today I want you to feel this. I want you to really examine yourself in a good way. You working your hardest, your blood, sweat, and tears to get that equivalence of what we call money. You working your hardest, and you not appreciated for that because it's not a certain dollar amount every week. You looked at it as that's what we gonna work for. That's who you want. No, that's no, what values in that? And then we do things to make money. Where's the more? Just to do anything to make money, there's no morals in that. And then ethics. What kind of honor system do you have? That's okay. You can take money from a person that make less than you, or that coming from a, when you can't give nothing back. See, brothers, we don't talk about this. I don't care about the our other gender side. Talk about you, brothers. Why don't we give back? What's so wrong of you helping another brother? I don't get this. This is beyond baffling to me. That unless we have drama, some type of hurt, we gotta diss each other. I get mad when the brother told me he don't experience racism. I said, you don't experience nothing. He said it come from his brothers. I said, I understand that, but you don't experience nothing. No, it's just other. I say, wow. I don't care what side of the world. He from Texas. Yeah, you got an open carry. That man up here on trial from one of them same type of thinking. Oh, they don't bother me. Why are you chasing him down? What did he see? What did he do? It's things I can keep my brothers out of harm's way. You're not a punk from, because I don't care, black man, white man, Puerto Rican man, Asian man, Latino, Middle Eastern man, saying stuff to you, you don't understand what they saying, and they pull out a gun. There's no problem with you backing down. That don't make you less of a man. It make you smart, make you very intelligent. Live another day. But we don't give that to our sons to live another day. It's okay if the masses think negative of you, because you're not negative. I was talking to a woman who literally hate men. She hate men. She telling me to look at myself inside. And then when we have a discussion, it kept saying women are the most suppressed. Like, no, how did we get there? They hate you. I don't hate you. A lot of other brothers, they don't hate you either. For some reason, we are the most hated. We got the stigmas and stereotypes. Don't matter if you show the statistics. It's so funny. We in the 2021. We in the 20th century. I don't say 21st because I go by the first two numbers. The year 20, that's 20th. To me, I don't know how people got 21st, but whatever. It's 100 years. We must be we not in 21, but that's how people think. Whatever. We in the 20th century. We got to the point where the news can show other race people harming your brothers more. I'm not saying it's okay, but you gotta really think. You gotta really think about this. It's not, the propaganda is gone. The world is literally showing what they're doing. And you have people out there literally, I'm sorry, as a black man, I'm not defending no white man. All I can say, my heart know wrong is wrong. If that brother beat up that white man because he robbed him, because he walking down the street, I don't care about that white man life. If he done that moment, that was wrong. That was wrong move. Now, when you get the story, oh, that white man sold him bad, it's not understandable, but I get it. But at that moment, that's wrong. I'm not going to defend. I don't defend wrong. Or if a white man just going to work and he mind his business, he get jumped by black men, or white black women rob him, that's wrong. But I'm not going to defend other race people. Oh, man, we think of what we be doing, brothers. We be defending people that be hurting your brother and your brothers. We defend them. So, oh, they got a right. Because I got upset because you were treating me bad and I had a bad day. I was holding, and we quick to say a man without emotions, he's less than a man and this and that. But we quick to use those analogies when it comes to other men. Oh, he protected. Isn't that a man with lost emotions? So I'm not going to defend them and say, wow, he was being racist. He shouldn't have punched him in the face. But nobody ever talk about the racism. Nobody talk about the racism. It's like, it's as we have to always be it said, if I got to be the bigger man all the time, why I'm hanging around with all these little people? And I'm 6'5", and that's just funny to me. That's kind of a joke. If I gotta be the bigger man, which I am majority of the time, why I gotta hang around with little people? You gotta start. And sometimes now, brother, I say you love your brother, uplift your brother. Sometimes you gotta leave your brother alone. But I'm not coming in with leave him alone forever. Let him stay hungry. Let him become no. That's the problem. I don't care. Women won't get what you gonna make a certain money. I'm not worried about that. Let them be. So when they out there need you, I'm sorry to say, you cannot create an energy that you have not gave first. Brother, I'm alone, but I never feel lonely because I never created a lonely feeling. Now I want you to understand that. What I'm saying, you cannot create an energy you have not gave first. In these cases, if I start off with somebody good and they're negative, so we're going to do the lost value of a negative and positive because I still never, they say if you take a positive and negative, it can be negative. Why? Because sometimes that negative can override that positive with so much positivity, right? In your life, there's going to be stumbling blocks. So when people keep telling you don't know, I'm going to think that way because my experience has shown me no matter how good I am to a woman, this is my outcome. And it got nothing to do with, man, if I'm up here, think about this. This is how we corrupted good, bad, positive, and negative. Think about this. Think about this. This is how we corrupted it. You being positive with a woman, right? Or a person. And that person is working in a negative. They mean they got a nasty attitude. They're mean. They have them purposely because hopefully they don't have poor communication skills. Think about that. Think about what they're doing. Just really think about what they're truly doing. Think about what they're truly doing. Come on. I want you to think about this, bro. You're feeding them positive. You're saying, hi, how you doing? How is your day? You're giving them this great energy. No negative. You're not calling them a name. You're not thinking negative. You own your purpose. You're doing good. And they look at you and screw face you. And you're like, okay. You still ain't, because this is not your battle. I don't get mad. This ain't my battle. But I want you to really pay attention. Because when people say, look at what you did. And you sitting there saying, damn, what did I really do? I gave good energy. Was I not supposed to talk to this person? Was I supposed to ignore them? When that person dropped that on the floor, when she did that, I wasn't supposed to help. And you got nothing back. But I want you to understand you did get something back. You kept who you are. I don't need a person to do something for me to do something first. Or to do any, they could never do nothing for me. Not one thing. I don't need them to do that. See, if people say, oh, you're going to get used. Am I being used or am I doing this because I want to do it? See, we gotten so, you can't listen to a negative person. Think about that. See, people say, oh man, I'm negative, but I'm giving you some cold hard truth. This is facts. This is facts. This is not my truth. When people say that's your truth, no, it's not. You're literally being negative for no reason. Think about that. See, I know this sounds stupid right now, or people won't get this. You're being negative for no reason right now. That person presented themselves, say, hi, how you doing? They help, whatever the situation, you already came off with, whatever, I don't care. It's like, did you wake up that way? Come on. I'm just talking from my heart right now. This is what I experienced. And those same people would say, hey, you got an attitude today. You just gave me 4 to 8 hours of attitude. And now that I'm relaxing and sitting still, like, damn, all right, I'm going to chill back. I'm chilling back. I ain't giving you attitude. You like, all right, come on. All right, give me a minute. What do you think happened to all that energy you just gave me? It got to go somewhere, but I'm not going to let it attach to me. I'm like, damn, what the wrong with this person? I have an opportunity, and it's your understanding. I judged you. You allowed me to judge you wrongly, but now I judge you wrongly. Now you want me to be all hyper and uplifting. I'm still going to be that, but now this is the transform. They want you to be a certain way after they gave you negative. After you gave, because you know why they change, right? And this is the great thing about positivity. And this is why I say you got to build that up stronger than the hate. I love me more than you hate the world, or I love me more than you hate yourself. Think about that. Start practicing that. This is what I practice. You think I'm worried about a woman that don't want to be with me, but I don't bring no bad to her life? She worried about the value of money when we. This is the date from OJ, from Otho. This is a date going on. Otho, tell me where the problem at. We go out, we have discussion, enter times on the thing. I don't talk. See, and people are like, what do you talk to women about? What I'm talking to you about is totally different because you my brother. I'm bouncing ideas, and you get it or you don't, or it's like, oh, I don't want to hear it. Cool. Just like a woman would say, I don't want to hear it. Don't talk to me. I'm not gonna talk to you. You would say, that's not what I'm. No, I don't play them mind games. See, that's the mind game. You take you out. I get your number. We talk. You feeling me? Because I'm not negative. I'm talking about my business, going back to school, whatever my life is always a forward. But my life is not a forward based on your type of forward. Her type of forward is not my forward. I don't care if I'm 38 and I don't have a house. I got money saved. I can buy a house. But she won't know that because she's looking at my income I only make from a work from that week or two. No, you don't get to know what's in my bank account. Why would she? And that's how you start in. I'm sorry, for me, that's not a realm I want to enter already. I'm trying to see if I can have fun, spend time with her to have fun with her. We're going out having fun. I'm paying for things. I'm making sure she get home. Women don't want that. And then the negative come in, her insecurities about things. I'm up here, I think, and then I've been told, I'm probably the most honest man a woman ever met. That's looked at as being a chump or them terminology words in the 20th century. Brother, you gonna let that fret. Come on, brother. You're more powerful than that. You more powerful than that. I'm speaking to my brothers that don't get all the. I'm not speaking to you, brothers. You can call me any them terminology words all you want. I don't gotta follow this other man or this other. Listen to these other. I'm taking the good out of it, and it's other parts that it's not for me at the moment. I'm putting them in I'm following this. I hear what they say, but I'm not gonna let somebody tell me the good I do. It shows a woman that I'm one of them term. But dang, come on. I'm trying to bring your power back into you. If you not get, I'm doing these videos to bring your power back in your power. This is not my power. What you're hearing, your power is going to speak to you and say, you allowing somebody to tell you treating a woman good is bad? Come on. Do you really go listen to the videos? Treating a woman good is bad in the 20th century, 2021. November 5th, 2021, treating a woman good is bad. It's one of them terminology words. You know what I mean? You part of that family. You know why I say dumb terminology. That's the word they're going to use on you for treating a woman good. You want to get to know. I'm not going into women. They tell women don't do nothing for the man even though he's treating her good. Oh, it's a lie. They're teaching women to wait 2 months to even get a feeling for that man. You dated these women. I dated these women so I don't get my feelings and emotions involved. I got these powers where I can put a spell under a man. No, you can't. That don't work because I know me. See, you can put a spell under a man that's part of a religion. You can't religionize me in your fake false beliefs. A lot of these these new tarets, these new witches, they whack. You're not even a good witch. You a whack witch. These men are warlocks. He's a whack warlock. I'm gonna tell my daughter is not made just to be a wife. My daughter have more of a purpose than a wife. So if she a wife and she's stuck at home, not using her purpose, what is she here for? Oh, to be a mother. No, she's not. Because every person don't get married. Every person don't. So I'm gonna tell my first daughter obligation is what? My son's first obligation is what? As a black man, your first obligation is to be yourself. I'm not gonna listen to a man, yo, this is how you get a woman. No, that's how you get woman. You love the manipulation. And if the 80% of women love manipulation, why are you mad? See, when I tell people, OG, you can't stop wanting love. I want love because I love me. If I meet a woman and her love language, her love mouth, her work, her heart, her eyes, her mouth, her voice, the sales needed to create her voice. If it don't speak love, I don't want it. If you taking, you a taker, you a thief. I don't want a thief, my love. I don't want somebody. I gotta put certain words with certain schemes and rhymes and cliches to get her heart. That let me know her heart is not where to be. I have to be part of some fake system. It's fake. That's what you want, brother? You tell me that's your power. You got to go say, yo, sweetie, I'm going to give you. I ain't got to give her the world. I'm going to give her what I'm capable of. And that's me working the best and the hardest I can. And the outcome is not always $1 billion. It's my family. They safe. They love. They protected. They're not hurting for nothing. You up here, brother, you working hard. You're not hurting. Why are you worrying about that? Susie Rotten Crotch don't have no value of her own pussy. You mad at her? She made a baby with a man that ain't want to be a father. That's your one up. You're not a father. I'm not a father. And if you are a father, you came into this wanting to be a father. You just so happen that woman didn't want what you want. Because she was faking it. That was manipulation. So it really came down to the nitty gritty. She wasn't ready for that. That's not on you. That's not on you. But I will say now, start asking this woman questions. A man without money don't worry about his money. What kind? Yo, you hear the dumb finalities they're talking? A man without money. So you telling me he got all that money by going on 5 and 4 dates and being used by women? That's how he got that's how he lost his money. I guarantee he gambled it. That's a gamble. If a woman can't respect you she don't deserve, in my city, one of the greatest places to go to, the restaurant of Salvador's. She get mad at you for taking to a coffee. She don't even care for the flowers because you said you could have brought, come on, brothers. That's already showing that's not the woman you need. It's okay to be single. It's okay to not bust a nut. You don't need semen retention. It's okay not to get your ding-a-ling wet by one of them. You don't want her spirit. Women are nurturing, brothers. Women are full of this energy that we don't have. So when the women start comparing a man, I leave her alone because she have the energy I have. I don't want the woman with a man energy. You went to work because you wanted to. You learned how to do that because in her heart, she wanted to be more manly because there's no other way to put it. Now I'm gonna use another word. In her own heart, I guess we got to put it a different way. She wanted to be independent. That's what you're gonna get. A man, this is the thing about being a man. Don't matter what words they use towards you. You a man every day. You cannot not change being a man, no matter what happens. Whether you homeless because you did a business risk, you gambled, or you just and know a lot, or you at the pinnacle of wealth in your life that we can call wealth, or what you can call wealth because you worked hard and it worked, and some things you haven't experienced or did yet. You're still a man. But I'm not going to allow the outside world, black men, to judge you as less than a man. Why are they judging you as less than a man? Why? Why are we allowing people, outside forces, to make us feel as we're less than a man? Where are you less than a man at? Please show us. What part are you less than a man because of an income? Brother, this is me. I have dated women. I don't care how much money they had. They still lived with that. She still lived with her mother. I have dated women that still live with her father. Tried to make me feel little. I'm over here. I even seen, I heard, and I read it in the last. This was like ironic. I'm like, wow, I heard this again. A man that worked hard and he had 2 kids, right? And a woman said, well, that's not the man a woman should want. He didn't set himself up in a better position. Even with that, he can take night classes. It was all predicated towards money. A man go to work all day. Let's say for 4 years. Your wife is unprotected. You go to work all day and then you take 4 or 5 hour night classes. Unless you do all of this from home, you can work from home. They even say the man that work from home and keep his children while his wife go out, if that's because that's her. Because some women, I'm sorry, if a woman say, okay, we have to agree, she's gonna at least have to stay home for the first 5 or 6 years. But just because you don't have everything, because some people don't know, because you might get into something and say, wow, this is what I want. That person, so that man, that woman is supposed to work with you. It's called work. It's work when you work together. It's a bond. That's why I love when they say, when you hear about these relationships and I hear women talk, I'm like, no, I won't even talk to you. She was like, you out of my league. I say, you missing something from, I would put this as a man. Man, you would never miss nothing from a woman. Like I said, if vagina is your only thing, I'm sorry. Some men and some women around you failed you. If vagina is your conquering of becoming a man, I'm sorry, brother, that's a fail. But today you had an opportunity to change your mind. Your whole mind as a man is you're a warrior. You're a guardian. I know how to, besides, okay, you make all this money now. Think about this. You make all this money. You make all of this money. Your lights go out. How do you get the lights back on? Okay. Make all this money. The heat go out. How you get the heat back on? Something happened where the world start see all these people killing people. While you outside, I don't care if you soaking wet 120 pounds. You know how to protect yourself? That you can't throw that money at a person that's trying to get you. He just getting you. He has nothing to live for. You got it. That money, you're gonna throw $1, you're gonna throw a stack at him, right? That's gonna stop him. Oh, you got a gun. Oh, you got a gun. Oh, so your gun hold how many rounds? You fire all those rounds, there's more people coming at you. How you stop them? Never worked out. Not fast at running. Not strong at nothing. Your money did though. That's a lost values, quote unquote, lost values. Now you got to protect yourself. He's protecting her. She mad. If her mother or father kicked her out the house, she has no roof over her head. If her house break down, she can't protect herself from the winds and the day because her money is that money. Think about that. I know how to make that. I know what items I need to make that, as well as paying for. Come on, brother. I'm trying to build you up to understand where you should be at. It has nothing to do. Go make that money. Go. But that don't classify you the type of category of man. I also say this. All the men you look up, can that man? I'll listen for that. I say listen for the good. That man that y'all all love on his social media thing, he's being groomed, whatever. He can't beat me. He can't beat me at thinking. Because people think if a man finding ways to make money, he's a good strategist, he's a good thinker. No, that's easy. If you good, the key word, He can promote a certain ideal. So mine is the outlook of positive. But if he can promote or advocate, influence a certain ideal that the world, that idea that he's promoting is not a new idea. There's nothing new under the sun. Nothing. He's promoting an ideal that's given to him. Now tell him the pro ideal that's given to him. He's like, OJ, you said the same thing. No, this is what I said. He can promote the ideal that's given to him. There's nothing new under the sun. The ideal, listen, that means that ideal he's promoting has already been there. He just found enough negative people to listen to him because they don't value certain things. They value that ideal already. He's not new to it. He's not new. Now there's ideal that's nothing new, but the new idea, this what I see. Now I tried to go back and find it. That negative ideal, like hate black men, that's not new, but it's promoted. Those same women, and this is now, here's a segment. Now close your ears. Because I'm about to give you all some truth. Why would a woman get raped and nobody helped her? You can use all them terminologies. Now we're going to use see, this is why I think the terminologies are funny. Because now we went from calling me those terminologies to using those words that mean, oh, he a weak man. You less than a man. So those other terminologies, I don't say them. See, I don't even use people's names. I promote myself because this is who I am. Because I don't want to establish myself with people that I don't want to establish myself with people that don't portray me as me. I want to establish people that portray me as a brothers, my father, uncle, son. I'm my own narrator. I'm my own author. Why would I want to get a group of people that follow nothing new under the sun and give it back to people because they in the lost values? See, they sound good. If you was promoting your daughter to be the best she was, she's a wife. Ooh. If you promote your son to be the best he is, he's a husband. Regardless of what he have and don't have. Because he's a man, she's a woman. But if I want love, I want someone to love me, why would I diss all the people that I'm trying to love? I want to share and give my love. See, people say, oh, you don't do this and that. No, they're not going to receive it. Because they know the values, the system that they're in, they don't carry that. They don't carry this. They don't carry a unity. They're not unified. They don't say we can. They'll take a statement, yes, we can, and make it sound evil because he's brown. He's black. In this day and age we live in. So we portray, we portraying that my son you should be a certain way as a man. But look at who you are. And you say, how can I be me? Oh, you thought I was gonna say, how can I see? And this is what, as a man, we gotta stop. You gotta ask yourself, how can you be you? Stop asking, how can you fit in? How can I assimilate? How can I conform? Literally what you did. Because you're trying to fit into a environment that produce of lost values to say that you're valuable. You are trying to fit into an environment with lost values to say that you fit in. Think about that. You are trying to fit into an environment with lost values to say that you fit in. You are trying to come on. You don't get it? But it's not going to be heard. I got to lie. I got to tell a man he's not a man because he don't fit into lost values. It don't hold no weight. You got morals, right? You gonna scam somebody to take money from people that's probably working hard and they thinking this is legit? But that's the same people we're talking about. Oh, now, okay, now let's hit this real quick. Dudes in prison and jail. Why are you putting yourself in the? I'm gonna be real. I'm about to be all this about to think of. I want you to think. I'm gonna be real. Why are you in prison or jail? No, you're not innocent. No. Stop. No, stop lying to yourself. No, not because you're black. That's part of a reason. You did not just do something. What did you just do? What if things we done? So for me, I have yet to be arrested. Even when I claimed I did two things that I never done in my life. One was that could have ruined me in per se if I was in the public, but I'm still in the public eye because I'm a role model to young men. They're like, wow, he did that. Some young men they're looking at me. My immunity of who I am. They're looking at me. You got arrested because you did something that caused you to get arrested. He's in prison. Those are the men that they're gravitating. So that's the men of influence. That's the man that they influenced them. Think about that. We in this system. Know this. A man that get high, I was told, can have more. See, this person mad because I didn't fit in her hate man. She hate men. Next time she talks to me, I'm gonna let her know. Like, wow. I'm like, you have to listen. And she don't want to listen because every time I said something towards her about her, she ain't listening. She thought I was one of them little boo-boo the fools. Not a boo-boo the fool. I was told by a woman who made, now I remember the amount she made because I've seen her. She made $250,000 a year. She couldn't figure out how was I not in debt or able to live because making a certain income. But then I showed her at that time it was a better bank account. I was like, let me just show you my bank account. She's like, I thought you lived paycheck to paycheck. I say no. And sometimes people ask you to borrow money. Don't sometimes look at them. And sorry, judge people for now on in your life. Judge them in love. If a person asks you to borrow money and they don't go to work, why would you let them borrow money? Just want you to think about that. We put ourselves in our own predicaments. We do that. If a person if you being good in your life, right? You like so the argument when a woman say, why would I want a man where if I can do all these things and if I kill with him, I won't be here. If she's still like, hold on, that's the way she living. But she lying to herself. Either you working because that's something you want to do, or you working to find if a man was gonna take care of you. That's not how I won't tell my daughter that. But if you're just working and see if the man that come through, then if you're living that man life, it's gonna be hard for you to live a woman life when that man come along. Because your money deciding factor of how you treat a man. Leave the man alone. Leave men alone. If me beating on a woman because I was angry because I hate women and I want to, like, why would I want to get with a woman? Like, you gotta remember that. You hate men. So understand, people when a woman, no, there is no such thing. I want to cut that crap out. There is no such thing as I'm single because I want to. I'm single by choice. There is no such thing as single by choice. You are single because you're single. I'm not single by choice. I'm single because I'm single. I'm not going to put more or no less than that. And if somebody want to explain it, I will explain it. But you're single. But you walking around in life, brother, and you listening to all of these things. Don't even listen to me. But I want you to partake some good, the positive out of this. You can still do it. You got to do it a different. We got to do it your way. That's the different way. When somebody say do it different, do it your way. If I want to do retail and they have a script, after a while, you got to make that script yours, because they probably be received with that script. You might not be, there's nothing new, but, and I work for retail. I say this, I got to say it. Already knew. They looked at me, they say, why you want to not? I said, I'm going to use the script, because they want you to get points and you get graded, and they ask people surveys, and they do this. And mine will come back. They're like, why don't you follow the script? I said, when I followed the script, 0 people talked to me. I sounded like a white man. And I told that to the guy, and he listened, because you got to listen to what the person is saying, regardless of how he thought about me. I don't know if he was racist or not. And I said, when I looked at these people, they looked at me funny. It was as they knew, no matter what the race, when I knocked on their door, no matter what the race was, they automatically, of course, then I got to the script. Because then one day he listened, or he had like a thing on me to listen to me. He said, and then he found out, I was like, wow, I do admire the way you do it. But he's like, but still, by the thing, you got to follow the script. And we came to agreement, that's cool. And he knew after he heard it, I did the script and not script, my attitude. Everybody loved my attitude with the surveys. And they all came back. What could he done different? And it's funny. I took it as a compliment. Majority of people, the areas I was going to was white filled areas, because that was the market, and there was the people in those areas were homes. There was black people. Even they looked at me funny in some of the areas, but majority was white. They said he could have been more of himself. And he got it. He said, I got it. He's like, that script though. I don't know why they needed that script. So I don't know. I think because when you do retail sales, you're audited. So there's a higher up. He wasn't the higher up. It wasn't his company. The retail sales get back to him as the regional. I forgot what part he was, because he was the regional manager. Because then there was regional supervisor and 2 other spots. Because this was a big conglomerate company. This was a franchise. This was a very franchise. I don't recall what the name of it was. Very franchise company where he making something a year off of us, because we are commissioned under him. He hired us to build that area. See, and that's the thing about unity. We are the least unified race. I'm seeing a new thing of black women calling themselves exoticos. They talk about selective breeding, which I think is whatever. I'm not mad at somebody saying that. But to put black men in a category, and black women know all black men don't put them in the category. They get mad. And this is the thing. I'm never going to stop holding my brothers accountable and responsible for what they do. I don't care if you didn't know. You had sex with that lady. She divorced you and take your money. I'm not mad at you, because you may not have thought that she was going to do that. She didn't say that to you. She gave you signs. But if I don't know, it's like people really think, and the reason my channel is not made up of everybody, I don't do reviews of other people, because I don't follow those people. Most of the stuff I hear through other people's social medias. It's sad that the brother in the football team, he the only one that survived in the car crash. That make the worldwide news. I watch sports, so it's gonna make the sports. It's sad, like that woman. Here's that. Oh yeah, when I was saying you might not want to hear this, here it go. That woman that got raped. I haven't seen the video yet. Nobody sent me the video. I don't think nobody's seen it. They said people were recording. Where's those recordings? And that's a thing. I live in reality. I already know why that happened. I'm not gonna lie to my daughter. I say, daughter, people tired of women. People hate women. Men hate women. Women hate women. You are unprotected because it's everybody. Just as I seen a TikTok, what would you do without 24 hours of men? There's things that work because of, just say, like a man needs to be there. He got to press a button for it to work. So when I see stuff like that, I'm like, that's just more divisive divide. There's things that, there's careers, companies that women run for a lot of things to work in your daily life. When was like, I would walk down the street, that somebody got to turn the light, like, so night lights need to be out. Just because it's dark, there is, what do you think the animal is going to be at? So you telling me no people around at the lion, tigers, alligators, and bears not going to come outside? Just because there's no men around? You know, there's women that hurt women because of she's deterred to hurt that woman because there's a man around. You think women, they think, it was so much being said. I had to highlight it and say, but that shows what we promote and advocate, and it's nonsense. Because I'll ask you, why did you start your channel? Is your channel true to you? I respect somebody's channel, and I ain't got to subscribe. And I can listen. Your channel is dedicated to hate black men, but you didn't start that way. Why didn't you start hate black men right away? I want to know. Why was you giving out other information? Why all of a sudden, 2 years later, why is your channel a hate black men channel? You didn't start that way. You a liar. Call a spade a spade. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're dishonest. You're disloyal. You are a very negative person. And you deserve, now we got to remember, I'm being positive. Remember I said, I'm being positive. Why this person being negative, that negative energy had to go. So that girl that got raped, I don't know nothing about her. What she was see, we keep saying people, I don't deserve to get killed. I'm being positive right now, right? I'm helping people. And then all of a sudden I turn around to a dude that had nothing to live for and be real nasty and angry at him. He has nothing to live. And I get shot and killed. Guess what happened? See, y'all want to hear that truth? Did you hear what I just said? I'm being positive, and I turn around to be nasty and rude to another man who had nothing to live for. He don't think as I do. He's about to commit suicide. He has nothing to live. He's ready to kill people because life ain't going his way because he's been lied to, and he never took the time out, or no man came in his life to say, I love you, brother. I appreciate you. I give my grace and gratitude by all the powers vested in me. I love you, man. He never had that. He never felt that before. Instead of me turning around, give him the shittiest attitude, he don't have nothing to live for. Now he killed me. Stop saying good things happen to bad things happen to good people. That's see, I'm not. People say, oh man, that sound all good. Go deeper. Ain't no go deeper in it. You hate your talk is coming from a place because you think you sound like, because people didn't say nothing to you and it worked. If that tarot reading worked for me, I'll probably be kind of, ooh, no, you know why tarot don't work? Because I love me. You know why that warlock man didn't trick me and give him all his money to some scam artist-ish? Because I love me. That's all I can say. Because when I love me, I'm not. This is how you find negative or lie. She was lying to me. She had to stop talking to me. She felt that she probably don't listen to my stuff, but she probably felt as she got me. She said, I ain't put a spell. My love is so spellbinding. No, it's not. Just as that person said, man, God doing this. That's why you doing it. I stopped working. You're like, what you doing? Mate, you said I'm not part of God. Because you said you some type of quote unquote believer, but you don't even do all the things to make yourself whatever you call yourself. You don't even do everything that's take of it. Because I know when I had to be a CNA, a dietary, whatever job on earth, for my house to be clean, I had to go get cleaner products. I had to have some type of order. I had to understand some type of things. So for you to call yourself your belief, you have to practice all of it. And if part of your thing, her practice was hatred of men. I can't be around that. She got a son. Her son about to be, and a lot of, I'll talk to single mothers. A lot of single mothers won't listen. I was raised by a single mother. I said, stop doing that with your son. You feminizing him. He's being effeminate. He's being emasculated. People didn't understand why I thought this was emasculation. The jumbotron at the basketball games turn and make the kiss cam. The young man and the young girl didn't kiss herself, but the mother jumped in. Why? She just effeminated her son. My mother raised me to be a respectable man and respect and all these great things. And my father gave his part that he gave when he was there. So you telling me with all the information and I made my decision, why did his mother need to jump in? See, people don't understand that part. She didn't have to do nothing. This was his time to see if my son out there, my son not in danger, a little boy push him, or my nephew or my brother, I've done it and I watch. I'm like, let me see what I'll partake. I said, all right, he pushed him again. He pushed him back. All right, he getting away. The boy coming at him. He knocked him. I was like, that's what we got to get at to our sons. I want my son to turn around and cold cock that boy. Because he gave him opportunity. That's what we got to do. You could call me a nigga or a nigger. She started calling me a nigga. I know that's what I know. See, I'm not dumb. I said, oh, see, she ain't talking to me right now. I'm not talking to her no more. You ain't call me no nigga until when you start feeling that. And she gonna have the audacity, the nerve to say, that's your truth, but I don't believe nothing. You don't believe nothing you say? All right, when your son come out gay and hurt by women, you gonna understand what I'm talking about. He's gonna get hurt over and over because we don't feed our son. Even sons with father, give your son the truth. Mothers, give your daughters the truth. Stop taking your daughters, they teaching their daughters to hate us, to use you. That's what y'all want to live by? Go ahead. I'm not gonna teach my daughter to hate a man because I'm a man. I don't share this, but I'm sharing it lately because it's important to young men. You got a voice too. Young women, you got a voice. My mother said, you don't call her a B. When Missy Elliott's song, she's a bump, 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 da-da-da, she's a bitch. She said, what'd you say? She's to my sister, and boom. She's like, you don't say that. She explained to me why, even if she was angry. But I know it was in love, and that helped me through the years. But you got to remember, I heard a woman, and I had said something one time because he kept saying it. It's like, he a pussy, this, and that. Other girls laughing. And I turned around and looked at her. I said, yo, man, a pussy. He's working. And I heard you talk. You don't even have to be at this job, but you want to have your own money. Cool, your own decision. He's late because he's coming from another job to get here. And I said, today, you got the audacity to call him that. Are you paying bills? She said, no. I said, you got the audacity? And I said, you around these stupid women. They laughing. You the only one that has a man that's willing to do some type of quote unquote sacrifice and suffer for you. And you can't recognize that because you're around women that hate men. You're like, I don't like you hate men. Yes, you do. I heard you. The way you even respond to me, you show me you hate men. And I heard you say it. So you said it and you showing me. So how are you not that? He was like, oh, you hate black women because I'm telling her the truth. She was wrong. I'm 38. Oh my goodness. I met over 300 women or more. I just use that as a roundabout number, even though it's an odd number. Because this is odd. The era we living in is odd. Met over 300 women. Pretty much. I don't know a woman because you can't. Because a woman would say, you don't understand, but never tell you why you don't understand. They say everything but why. You ask OJ, why don't you understand? Because the words you use, I don't understand all the words. I got to look them up. Or I don't understand the situation through my experience. For me to become better, brothers, you might need experience of love from another man. You could call it, and women get mad, like, why you want to hang out with homeboys? Because they chilling. They playing 2K. If he smoke, he's smoking. They eating pizza. Or if they eat vegan, they eating they vegan, whatever their food is. If they don't smoke, they haven't, they enjoying time of something new. And you got women dissing, man, if he want to go play a video game, he's not a worthy man. Even though he just worked his business or went to work 9 to 5 or whatever hours he works, he can't play the game that make him a boy. That's the influencers. I'm not gonna take away if he's sitting on if he's played the game for 12 hours and he made $1,200. Oh, that's $100 an hour. How is that a lazy man? He just created a revenue of money. That's his thing he do. That's how he create his money. So when you come home, he got $200 in his pocket. But you won't see that because you're basing it off what somebody else told you to base your life. Even your religion. It's a guide. It's a reference. A man going to make his money. And what you got to understand, dude, why are you doing it? Because you love her, right? Exactly. Love don't prove, I don't want none of this new age type of relationships or relationships these people are in. They got to be a relationship because we got to keep undoing them and redoing them over and over to get it right. I don't want that. I want to meet somebody and say, man, wow, I'm not oversexed woman. My vagina not used out. I don't have all these kids. I don't have no kids. So like I could be harsh. Women like, well, her child 8. So for 8 years, you're still making bad decisions because you got to remember that man child, because that's what they love to call him, is still in your life. Whether he's like, you're still thinking about a man that's not thinking about you or his son or daughter. Now, if you're a single mother and you got a son, she's thinking about a man that's not thinking about her. What I know what you designed that. So if selective breeding is your thing, you still doing wrong because it's selective breeding. What's going to make that funny is just because he have money. Little thing strange for a little piece of change because he got money. But your child is still not raised. Still not raised. He's going to be missing something. For a solid, complete union of man, woman is child. If that don't all stay together, that's not a solid union. So no, as a community, we did horrible. If you're not a parent that did not give everything you had to your child, not just money and brand name clothes, and kept your relationship together, you did bad. Co-parent, and people are like, well, I'll say that to anybody face. I'm not belittling them. You're gonna be honest about it. We did, you did. I'm sorry. If I had a child right now and not with the mother, we not living in the same house. As a man, I'm gonna come to my reality. I did a bad job as a man. Like, well, she ain't want to be with me. Why didn't vet her? If I'm a communication, why would I stay with a woman I don't communicate? And a woman talk about out talking is telepathic bull crap. You got to tell me something before I can know about you. That's why words don't get mixed up. You listen to what you want to hear. That's the difference. That's what it's called, affluence and influence. We promote, and that's why it's called advertisement. That's why it's called television. That's why it's called a show. They're going to show you what they want. Even when you play a game, somebody created a program inside of an operating system to you to do it a certain way. So to pass the mission on a video game, you got to do it the way the video game. They made stipulations because it's a video game. If it's an open world, it's not a random, like, it's not somebody sitting at a computer with their human mind saying, go do this. You're going to run into the same thing because it's already programmed into the system. But you're still in the program. You ain't come out of the program because you're not yourself. If you're not yourself, you are part of the program. I don't need to use words like, oh, you're the matrix. Or your cognitive dissonance says, no, you literally are not your, I don't need, see, that's the thing, that's the problem with it. We got to have so much formalities when we just can say, you're just not being yourself. And I would understand, when somebody, if you just say, OJ, you're not being yourself today. Like, damn, I am being mean. I'm not mean. I'm not going to tell my daughter it's okay to be mean for no reason. Nobody done nothing to you. That's bad. Because you know what that do? That messes up your heart. That give you these, you get sick faster and easier. That's stress. It's natural stress, which your body takes on, you take on. But then there's unnatural stress that, like, man, why I'm negative? Being negative is unnatural stress. Because that means all you're doing is thinking bad things. You're doing bad things. But I guess in this realm, this world, this Soviet we live in right now, in the 20th century, the mark of time, the timestamp, that's okay. But I came with you, come out, my brothers. I want you to think about who you are. If you don't make a certain amount of money, so be it. It's not like you can't make no more, but you don't gotta die to make that money. You don't have to kill yourself to make that money. You don't have to do anything that's bad for you to make that money. And if it's killing you, how you gonna enjoy that money if you broke it down? I don't care, I'll help you eat. Something can happen. I'm not saying you don't live your life, but you understand that, right? So why are you following things that don't help discover who you are? You can enjoy life. And I know it's sad. As I was trying to explain to the lady I know, there's 60% of black men that's going, because black women is 70% that don't get married. And 62% of black men that don't get married. Then let's say them people got, it's like a 20% that still have sex, right? And narrows it down all over together. It's at least 18% of black men that won't get married, have a girlfriend, or have a lot of sex, or have sex at all. So be it. So what? I'm speaking to you, black men. You don't be mad. You don't gotta be a pill. You don't have to follow some guy because it sounds good. You don't have to listen to those women. If they hate you, they hate you. Nothing you can do about it. Just be you. But I know in my aura, sometimes I don't do something because I feel that. You hate me? I'm not inclined. I'm more, it's like, if you were, let's say, you in a room of a negative dude, a negative female, a negative black woman, they all hate black men. Just say everybody in that room, the gay black man, gay white, Puerto Rican or Asian man, Middle Eastern man, he gay. One of them, they all hate you. I'm still going to bring about positivity, but I'm not going to lie, I can feel that. That's what people, we forget sometimes. We say things, but in reality, they hate you. But I don't have to hate you because you hate me. If I hate you, I can't love. If I hate you, I can't love. So when a person want to come at me with drugs in their body, out of their mind, yes, I'm going to listen. I don't have to hate you. But I have to understand you're not in your right mind. Come back to me when you're sober. Because dealing with life is not about being medicated or high. Dealing with life is actually taking the time out to use your right mind. And I'm graceful, man. I'm allowed to be in my right mind. I'm graceful. It's not a diss. I know what a crack baby go through. I know what a man go through on hard times, and then he turned to drugs. Because I'm grateful for not having an addiction. I'm grateful for being to be able to talk this way right now. I'm grateful to understand, even though that person hate black men, I'm grateful to even talk to that person. It was an honor. I'm honored to women. But women, if you getting raped and nobody help, instead of you saying the world suck or this suck, how did we get there? And then go out and try to justify, I'm going to kill the man that did it. That just justified. So that took away the 14,000 other men and women that will go out and hurt babies, women, and other men. That didn't solve nothing. That solved zero things because you murdered somebody else. Well, you probably murdered somebody that part of their family is sadistic. Now they're coming to kill you. So now you're going to have murder. That's a gang violence. He killed him. He go back and killed him. He killed her and his family. He go back to find somebody in his family. See, I talk in reality. I don't know what all these other channels talking about. That's reality. That's why that's happening. We got stuck. Well, she got raped. See, black men ain't protecting it. Like, I don't know. Was it a black man there? Why didn't they help? Do you know anything about black men? Do they know anything about black men? What do black men love? What do men love? What do he enjoy? Go ask people around you, brother. Not to kick him out of your. I don't kicking people out of your life is so funny. They fade. I say it's like we rest his soul. I say it's like it's as Kobe jump shot. It fades away. You left my life because it faded away. Because I could talk to anybody under. I don't get angry. I might get a little hyper, so you say, "Hey, don't get so hyper." But it's not out of anger. The anger come in when I'm like, "For real? That's what you're really saying is really happening." And I know I can't say that's a lie, but that's negative. Yo, negative create that lie. You choose not to see it or not to do it. That's the truth of the matter. A lot of people don't look at it that way. Don't see it that way because they don't want to. But if you are a black man, I love you, and hopefully you be able to see it in a purposeful way. Why are you there? You there for a purpose. They probably never seen a black man help someone. You are the example. You are, quote unquote, their Bible. You are their understanding. Me. So when they see me and they see a black man doing harm, they're not saying, look at OJ. Look at Otho Williams Jr. Or look at his brother. No. They see it. I see an individual person. I never looked at one black person as a whole because I never looked at no other race as a whole. Can't say all white people are racist because they all are not racist. Can't say all black people hate themselves because they all don't hate themselves. Can't say all black people, just because you ain't got a business, that don't make him dumb. That don't make him less than. I would never say you less than a man. And brothers, why we do that? I hate that. Why do we do? That's things I hate. I hate that. I hate fakeness. I hate when we hate each other. I hate that with a passion. Like, why do we take on what the world try to tell us we are? You a warrior. You not that stigma word. You not that stereotype. I'm not saying you not gonna fall and do something wrong, but I don't want to be that word. That word shows nothing about me. That word don't show the love I have in my heart. That word don't show the goodness in me. Why would I want to be a word? That's only it's a formality. That word is only a formality to people. That's not who I am. I'm none of those words. Think about that. That word you want to call yourself, it's a formality of who you. So if I take on calling myself that word, I have to be all of that word. So I can't be that other terminology because that's what balance is gonna need some balance. I can't be hard. Imagine just walking around with your man that's hard all day. For what reason? Man, you ever try, like, not being funny? Women don't understand this. You ever try peeing and you hard? Imagine having to pee every time. You're just super hard. Imagine you just sitting there, you're not even horny. You don't have no sexual desire at that moment. I'm saying you don't have no sexual desire, and you just walk around hard. That's what so if you decide, you say, when I'm I'm not being funny, I'm just using that example to say, yo, I'm hard. Just the formality of it, being funny. You being hard, what if that was associated to being hard? Your penis hard all day. You walking around all day for no reason, not even using it in that aspect you need to be. That's what you want to be known as. You hard. Look at him. He hard all like for what? Come on. It's stuff we say, brothers. We gotta really come on. We better than what other people try to hate us for. We better than the hatred towards us. I don't prove nothing to nobody. You got a gun. Whoop-de-doo-day. You got a gun to kill and hurt somebody. You got a gun. Wow. You are so strong. You're powerful. wow, you make a certain amount. You're a greater man than everybody. Every man around you, you're so much better. You at the mountaintop. You make so much money, you can't even have a regular discussion with your dude. I hung out with dudes that make millions. I don't talk about people. When we did bring up certain things, it was like, why do you think that? We was actually sharing our energies. It wasn't no, like everybody, oh, you hang around all men. No, it was a place of tranquility. Women talk about why men don't do that. More men. No, and if you got a woman and your woman don't, you got the wrong. I'm sorry. For me, I know I got the wrong woman. If I can't share my ideas with my woman, I'm giving my life to, my blood, sweat, and tears, and we sharing each other. I'm sharing her. She's sharing me. What? Man, y'all accept anything. You pleasing her and nothing. I can't live as if that brother say his love is going to work and bringing home money so to keep the lights on. That's his work. That's his love. I mean, he worked that, not me. Can you do something else besides just sit there? The pinnacle is she had your child. That's the most honorable thing a woman could do for a man. That's why I don't want a woman with a child. I know that now. I'm not accepting that. We got to stop accepting what we don't want. I tried it. Don't want it no more. I'm not talking to no women that I'm going to uplift them because I don't have I don't hate them. I have no disrespect for them. They made their decision. And they say, well, at 38, well, so be it. Women at 40 don't want children. So be it. See, that's the thing about it. We take the minority and turn it to the majority. That's another thing, that terminology. I use that one. And we use that as I don't use things as my finite. I say I accept my plight. I will receive love, but at the same time, accepting my plight is understanding what, if I'm talking to a woman, I have to understand her. That woman. No, not the other 8,000 other women. Not the 4.8 billion women on the earth. I understand this one woman. This one. If I'm talking to my mother, I gotta understand my mother. Talking to my sister, I understand my sister. Hopefully trying to do that back. But for me, I'm doing everything in my power to understand that woman, not every other woman. But to give me an outlook. So when I meet a woman, I don't have to ask her what do she bring to the table. But you don't go ask her some detrimental things that's important. So if you meet a selfish woman, think about that. She's taking everything from you and don't give nothing back. When she give you sex, she think that's giving back. Think about that mindset. See, brothers, we got to be honest. See, that's why I can't be. You see how you would take that energy from a man that actually does not work in an energy where it helps you. You got to hear what I'm saying. He's not working in an energy that helps you. Got to think about that. He's not working in an energy that helps you. He's not a bad man. He done nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong to you or me or anyone else. But that energy have to be reciprocal to who you are. So leave there. I could keep going. Got some more things I shared another time. But all I want, brother, man, is us to be unified. Have some unity about each other. Like I know a brother here, brothers on the channels, they only get with that certain brother. I don't have no problem. Just because I don't have if a brother don't make as much as I do or have a bit, I don't know. I feel like that's one of them other terminology thing. Or I say it this way, that's like a womanly thing that we do. I have to call that out, brothers. I don't feel as just because he make $2 million, I can't have a discussion. Cause I don't know, because I feel like money, we wasn't born with money. We was born with a heart, a brain, skin, blood, cells. And I'm talking to that brother. He was born with a heart, brain. You know what I'm saying? Like the cells, such as, and it made me think, so like, damn, we all born with the same thing, but we treat each other different. That's the irony of it. I feel like such as like to my brother, how come I'm born with a heart, brain. I'm not saying some type of deformity, but it's as I can't get unified because you make 100. Oh, you make $1 million a year, and I make 44,000 a year or something of that nature. So it's like we can't talk, can't hang out, can't uplift you. I can't go somewhere. Probably won't be able to just take off because you make $1 million. I'm quite sure you can't either. You make $1 million a year. You're doing something to make that $1 million a year. It ain't just sitting around unless that's what. And if it is, that means you do stock. People's like, well, I ain't gonna get some. My purpose, if my $1 million, okay, my $1 million friend. I was gonna leave it at that, but no, my $1 million friend make $1 million, right? He into stock, right? Cool. He can tell me a lot of things about stocks. What if he's not good socially? And we hang out and socially. Now, if he make $1 million, I'm quite sure he kind of like problem solve. And hopefully as a man, you are looking in your life and saying, what can I get better at? And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to get better at making money. Because that's not my how to say like like some people's heart is like my day to have peace, tranquility, quote unquote, and make money. That's cool, but I never lived my life that way. So when somebody keeps talking about money to me, I'll listen. You say, oh, you're not doing it, so now he don't want to be your friend. I never got that. That's what I'm getting at. I never like. Now I can see that now. Like I said, I don't practice negative and wrong. A man, I hang out with married guys. And it's like, oh, I don't hang out, and they Christian. I don't practice negative and wrong, but just because he make $1 million, he can tell me all that stuff. But he's out there and just say he got a girlfriend or a wife, and he's sleeping with other women. I don't want to be part of that, so I don't hang out around him in that area. That's not me, but I'm not him. But after a while, as I said, rest his soul, we fade away because it's like Kobe jump shot because he's doing things different from me. I can understand that, but that don't make me and him as brothers less unified. And that's we have, and I call that a womanly thing because I don't need to be married or $1 million because we draw to each other because we're brothers. We running things by each other because we make $1 million. Like as I said, what if he's not good socially and he want to learn social things? And I'm very good at that. It's like, man, you just talk to everybody. Even though he made $1 million networking, that didn't make him a good socially person. So I met a woman who's an introvert. That don't mean she's inclined to not communicate. You see what I'm saying? So just because you part of something, that don't mean you are inclined just to be part of that. We got into the system. Now I talked about value, but the ethics of that. How come me and that man still can't be friends or have some type of association, but we are divided? We allow the system, again, no unity, no immunity in there. You're not unified to bring us together. We allow the system to bring us apart. Think about that. We are allowing things, as I said, what are you made of? What is he or she made of? Blood, we got a brain, we got 2 legs, got 2 arms. So why are we allowing things that's not part of us divide us? And we got to speak in reality. Everybody's mind is not the same. I'm quite sure if you got a group of friends together, one that made 44,000 a year, one that made 120,000 a year, that made 1,300 hours every week. One that might have got his own business. Business not doing great, but he's still doing it. He's living his life. How come I can't have a group of black men friends like as that? What's wrong with that picture? Like you in a company of, I don't believe in social media memes and posts. My company is not filled of people that make a certain income. I'm a character person. He hang out with me because he's like, how you, like they all want to know how I just talk to people. And it's like, man, why you don't get a girl? They already know, but we be joking because of what we're going through. And he's married, he's engaged. My friends is not one circle of just single men or just married men, because if I'm all single, I only will get one view of one thing. So if I'm part of a platform, I love certain platform. I'm watching one platform. You know what I love about it? You could tell some people don't have a fight in the discussion. I call it that. We call that for a reason. But then in some discussions when they speak, it's like, I'm like, hold on. Is that the same person? They argued everything else, but this person, and it was, man, I was like, that's beautiful. And I had to type to them. I said, you have the perfect panel of the same people coming in, because it seems as every different topic. Yeah, type it. It's literally what it is. Every different topic, these people fit in each topic in a pocket. They compartment, but that's good because none of them are the same. That's what we got to remember, the opposite of love is indifference. Our indifference is going to bring us together. They come to a common ground even when they disagree. But even when they disagree, I can have a common ground with you to disagree and have my reasoning. But I'm still, that's why we have leaders. You do need a leader in your group. So if everybody out in the bar drinking, who's going to say, hey, man, we'll stop drinking, or let me drive y'all home, or I'm going to make sure everybody get home? That's a leader. But not saying that the guy that's drinking, we understood that when we had a plan, we understood that. I don't drink. So I'm more such as going to be designated to make sure everybody get home safe. What's wrong with that? Oh, because I only make 44,000. He make $1 million. He make $1,300 an hour. He make $1,300 a week. He makes $600 a week. So we can't hang out and we can't unify. That's our immunity, is that we all understand each other. And a lot of people don't understand that. Your pay rate, your value, the value system you have don't have to be based on society control or program. That's not a unity. If you imagine you in a group of all people, y'all make over $3 million a year. That's that range. It's not y'all make 10 million. What type of information you gonna feed each other? That man can grow. Let's say he got $1 million. He make $2 million a year, and the other guy married, and he made $1,300 every 2 weeks. He want to be when I make $2 million a year, he want to be married someday. But this dude is, and this is why I love my brothers. I love you, brothers, because you my example. It's not that he don't want to reach $2 million. He know the steps to get there, but he got a family, and the other guy don't. But he want a family. So you think that guy that make $2.5 million a year should only be with guys that make $2.5 million a year and nobody's married? That's his only circle he should have, right? That's why I don't listen to social media, because that don't make sense. Because even me not being single, not being married, and I'm the single one majority of the time, I don't have no purpose. Yes, you do. I don't drink. See, we don't, but we put that's what it's called. We put ourselves on the pendulum. We put ourselves on a scale system. The same system, when I started at the beginning of saying this, the same system we use to divide us, we utilize it amongst each other to divide us. So whose system are we using? We got to go back. Look inside of you. You're not using your system. If my system is built of love, I don't drink because I love myself. When somebody go outside, they don't have enough love and they constantly use narcotics to stay high. That's the system I'm working on. I'm not working on the system talking about, well, I hate him, I'm jealous, or I'm looking down on him because he drink. I'm using my system, which I still, and you know what we doing in that group of all them brothers that make $13 an hour? He make $50,000 a year. He make $2.5 million a year. He make $13 an hour. He make $13,000 a week, or he make 1,300 every 2 weeks. We showing each other respect. That's brothers in unity. That's the immunity we have, is respect in each other. We can do that, but we trying to use the same law system, the negative, evil system that pillaged, raped, and killed people, to create a political party, a government, a Congress. I didn't vote. You think I was about to go vote for two evil people? And that's what I never understood, devil advocate. I voted one time because that was in my heart. After that, I said, I don't got no reason to vote no more. Because we can't see why the guy that we call a president that make $38 million a year or more can't understand. He won't even take the time out to respect my life. Why would I vote? The other person was the same way. Why would I vote for either person? He don't respect my life. But we've got to honor, that's the broken system we in. We honor in their life. You know why you honor this life? You honor this life because you voted. You honor the negative and evil realms and the bad realms because you divided yourself amongst your brothers through a system that'll never bring us together. Because imagine you doing that. Now, if you watch even the movies to show you, now you make $2.5 million as a circle he always go run out in. Now I'm going to listen to what they talk about. And you be sitting here like, damn, this is what I wanted to get to my whole life? I'm not saying I want to make... but I'm putting you in a circle because this is how we are separating, dividing ourselves. You worked so hard to get somewhere because of your heart. You have values, you got morals and ethics. You didn't do it by robbing people. And robbing them, I mean, you didn't manipulate their mind and heart. My service is, I have a cleaning service. There's a business that person have that's making that $1,300 every 2 weeks because they started a business. He's the entrepreneur. I'm working with him. I don't have to manipulate him for him to take on my service for his company. I'm doing it. I'm cleaning the building that people walked in and day out. I'm making sure that the pesticide that was on their shoes is cleaned off the floor. We're working together. I can't think highly or lower than this man than what's going on in my life. In his life, we are working together. So now when we sit down, even though I don't drink and he does, and he want to have a drink, have your drink because I respect you and I'm going to make sure you get home. And my brother over here, he got my back while I'm making sure he get home. He making sure he got my back. I don't get mad. It's time. I seen people pay for 3,000 bills going out to eat. I don't know what food they bought. I pay bill. And then the other brother, like, he got all the drinks. It was reciprocation. So just because so when you get someone, make sure you're doing it with you first. Easy. But it's not, because we complicate it because we follow a system that has no values. Come on, brothers. We better than that. We follow guys. Like, think about not being a good father. That hurts me because I want to be a father one day. So you telling me you slept with a woman and she got pregnant and you didn't want to take care of that child? Pause. You pregnant a woman, you didn't want to take care of the child. She's hurting him. She's using him against the child. Pause. She's using him against the child. You're not taking care of. So the both ways. That woman go play that game with that man that was honestly wanting to be a father, but she didn't. And the reason, brothers, now I'm going to be honest with you. When a woman have a baby, that's forever with that other man. She gave her heart, soul, and spirit to. When a woman give her heart, soul, and spirit to someone, it's going to be hard for you to enter. Take that into account. I'm not saying she's not able to do it. So we create these systems and these boundaries that you have to reach. That's why I don't want you to get mad, brothers, because you might not. Remember, she already gave her heart, soul, and spirit already. She allowed the man to plant a seed in her to procreate. It's going to be harder for you. But if you can show her values, a unity that you have in you, but she got to appreciate that too at the same time. And she then go forward. But if she don't honor and she don't respect you, you can't go forward. So don't try to build something, even if now you meet a woman that don't have a child. And to me, a woman body and what she do to it is important, because that shows me that woman. What that brother does to his brother, that shows me that brother. That shows me what they're doing to themselves. That's important to you. So now we're going to hang out with them groups again. Brother over here cheating, got a wife at home. He got a kid at home. He's destroying his family. She's over there with her friends. She hanging out with a bunch of single women, and she want to do single women stuff. She's destroying her family. Who does that? A lost system. Only people that works within the law system does that. I never cheated on a woman. I'm not saying I'm better than any man, but the respect of myself. I want to, young men, the respect in yourself stop you from doing the lost values or the lost, that's morals right there. Your morals are not lost. If you can say, no, I'm married. It's okay to say, okay, she rubbed her booty on you. She'd see the ring on your finger. She's doing everything in your mind. And I ain't saying pick her up and throw her and shake her and push her. Let her know. You can say, hey, I'm married. You don't see that? I'm gonna tell a woman, you disrespectful as hell. You throwing your coochie at me because I got a wife and a child at home. Coochie and a wife and a child do not. We would start telling our young men vagina is not important, but even in biblical sense, it says be fruitful and multiply. I find the irony, that's an enslaved trap to your mind. That's the system. Be fruitful and multiply, but make sure you don't have a lot of baby mother of your children for no reason. Being fruitful and multiply is a good source, good fruit. That means you taking care of them children. They all in the same house. If you multiple women, they all in the same house. It's like they don't get together. That's not on you. Put them in that same house and you live there. So when you come home, all your children in one house. Broken homes never made our community a unified. If we don't have that, I don't care. Marriage now, it's a contract. Somebody tried to argue marriage about original marriage was because, no, it wasn't. Original marriage was for family. Period. Like they say, period. And how we say it, period, point blank. Marriage was never an institution for resources getting. It was for family. Original marriage was family, together, unity. So if I die, you don't have to. I didn't have to sign the piece of paper. And brothers, you got to listen to the women. Vet them. You say vet. I'm going to use the terminology we use online. A selfish woman, you will have an exit plan from day one. I keep saying that. I got to make sure I have my own. I am working for my family. That is not my own. That's my family. She can't want a family if she already saying, I want my own. See, women, you got to make sure that woman, she's in the contract of marriage. So if you meet a woman or women, that's not even, a lot of these women not even married. A lot of brothers are not married. Why would I like I said, you take the good, but why would I listen to a brother that's dogging women? I don't dog women. For women say, how do I look in this dress? I give her two. I come back with two questions. Do you want the truth, or do you want the truth you want to hear? And I remember I was dating a woman, and I finally used that. And she said something, and it wasn't about clothing. It was about something she wanted to know. I said, do you want the truth? That means, do you want the systematic truth? They told us how to think and how to say it and how to believe in it, how to religionize in it, I know that's not a word, how they told us how to be. Or do you want the truth in my heart, the love that I've given to you, to be really honest with you, with integrity? Ooh, integrity. Go find me. Go look on all these channels where they use these words: integrity, love, dignity. Those same women that fasted after being naked, they have no dignity. But to tell your daughter it's okay to wear a thong in front of men that's horny. Remember, you hired. Oh, yeah, see how that come back full circle? It is a circle. Nothing new under the sun. He's hard. That means my definition of hard, he walk around with his penis hard all day. He's hard. So you're going to be hard all day. There's no areas where you're going to have a balance and say, man, I don't need to be hard right now. I got to be understanding. So these people you listening to are not showing you not even correct themselves. Oh, you hate black men, but the problem ain't black men. You just said, so the example, she hate the black man, right? But it's everything she experienced. And she started doing things because she didn't feel good about herself. That's why she went out with that dude. But she hate men, quote unquote, and she hate all black men. Oh, hold on. She didn't feel good about herself. So she chose a man in that system that didn't love himself enough to say, either I'm going to try my best to respect her and have some morals, or I'm going to cheat on her. But no. He make all this money every year though. That's okay, because he going to provide. Oh, but they not going to have nothing in common. Oh, no unity. So I'm going to keep separating, dividing my love based on how the system, but now it's going to be his fault that I'd accepted. Now let's go. It's going to be her fault that I'd accepted. She even wrote books, her social media. She said, I'm going to use men. That's why I tell people, like, somebody said, I can change overnight. So last night you said you hate me. Now this AM, this rising of the day. Now you love me. How is that possible? I'm not saying it's impossible. You went to sleep though. Your unconscious and conscious mind have played a tune, a song, a story to you all night, to the AM, and now you love me. That's fake. You know how it's fake? As we said, they look at your money, your value, your utility. Take her to McDonald's. Yeah. Take her to that coffee shop on the first date. She's like, I'm not going to get dressed up for no coffee shop. So why should I invest in you with my love? Oh, you thought I was going to use money, huh? Oh, no. I don't play that money stuff. Why would I invest in you? This is what I'm saying. You won't even give me a semi-best? You won't put on a decent enough? So if I'm taking you to a coffee shop, no, you don't have to wear that midnight gown to that prestige meeting where I hope you would wear, or like an interview. No, put an interview clothes at least. Decent. Brush and comb your hair. Like, try that bang. I want to see. I remember all them pictures. Where was you going? You weren't going nowhere for nothing for nobody. But you have a person, that person has a general interest, and you won't do your best. Then they say, well, the man ain't doing his best. No, it's gradual. You have to see, brother, because you got to be honest with yourself. You work within you. So if you don't want to be taken, she don't want to be taken, so y'all have a common ground, say, okay, what is, and she'll look out. I met guys that said women paid for the dates, even though he was paying. I said, wow, I wish I went on first dates. And it's not being funny, not to diss them. Them type of dudes, they got what they wanted by the manipulation game. That's why I can't put my ear gates to everything. So like when the Chris Brown said, these ain't loyal. Cool, I got it. Then he said, I know how to take a broke man, broke guy, broke male woman. He's already in the lost system. The values are lost. Now, guess what? If the woman that's there with me can leave with a man because he got a little bit of money, don't know nothing about, but pause. He might rape her that night too. So I wasn't never gonna rape her. I wasn't gonna hurt her. I was gonna make sure she get home safe. I made sure she ate, make sure she felt good, make sure she had fun. Follow up, try to go on another date. No, he gonna use her. But that's the system we won't. I gotta make sure my daughter is safe so she know that. Why are we disrespecting the man that worked hard? That's actually the one that's caring about you. But be giving more value to the men. He don't even want a relationship. Go to his. That's like that woman say, I don't want to. I'm gonna use a man. I know how to get a ball player. He literally writing on his social media, I'm partying all day. Not being funny. I'm not saying you show everybody your personal life. Oh, Grand Rising, brother. And you showing everybody your life. But in his life, everything he portrays online has nothing to do with family. But then she sees that, but she still run over there. Come on, brother. You got to be a little. So if you can't take a woman or be with a woman, not saying this is your lowest spot in life, she got to be able to understand what it took for you to get there. Not the way she got there. Because no diss, I met women that tried to diss a man, and I live in the state, and the federal pays out public assistance for women. I'm not complaining, because I would advocate if you know a woman, she's struggling, I would say please come to New York. In specific areas of New York, Buffalo, they give out grants, public to women. Like, it's so much help. A woman don't have to be homeless. She don't, like, even the men. I can't say I'm good enough for men, but I'm just saying she will get on her feet. And I met women that use that to get on their feet. She didn't, but remember, she used that. She went out and got one skill. She became a nurse or one thing. She didn't learn how to be. See, like, for a man to keep yourself from being homeless, and I had learned this. The Spirit showed me. I seen it, but I wouldn't know about stock if I didn't go around do. See what I'm saying? If I didn't know that dude, and this is what's keeping us from up being better as a group of unified as men. He won't talk to you now because you don't know about stock. That's how he got his riches. But you know what you know how to do? You know how to carpet. You know how to paint. You know how to weld. You know how to lay bricks. You know how to drive because you was a chauffeur. You good at driving. You can do probably NASCAR driving. Good as driving. You know how to fix broken things that you never even did because you understand the mechanics of it, right? So if we can understand the mechanics of being unified, that guy that make $2.5 million, you think if he broke the stove in his kitchen right now, you think he know how to fix that? I'm being hypothetical. He probably know. But guess what? You that make $600 every 2 weeks or $800 every 2 weeks, hanging out with the dude that make $2.5 million a year. Guess what? You just helped your brother. And you don't have to look lower on him. And guess what you got in exchange the whole time hanging out with him? Information how to do stock. You didn't understand. So my example was credit card. I went into the military. My family didn't. My father had a credit card. I don't know if my mother or any other people in my family, my uncle, they didn't expound that information to me. I got in the service, and the one guy asked me one day, I wasn't gonna get no credit card because I just saved money. Do you know about credit card? I was like, I heard of it. And he explained it. I don't know why he told me to get one, and I ended up getting one. It was good for me. Get it built. I didn't know it was built in credit. So for us to sit up here to think we better than each other because we doing something, it's just saying, well, I can do it, you can do it. But what did you do? What did you do, brother? I don't know what you did to get there. Man, figure it out. Figure what out? I don't know. Just as again, I didn't know what the credit card was. I didn't know what an APR was. I didn't know the percentage. I didn't know a FICO score. I didn't know what a credit report was. You heard of it, but have you ever seen it? Just like so if that man, and I would bring him down a little bit and say, you make $2.5 million a year. He said, yes. And this is discussions I would have with him. I said, before you made $2.5 million, have you ever seen $2.5 million? He thought about it because he probably think about why I'm asking this question. And he knew me because we talked for a while. We hung out and he invited me to his house. And I'm going to get to racism don't change, brothers, because I want you to understand how racism don't change based on money. I don't know who be lying to people. And he said, so with that question, he started thinking like, why he asked me that question? And then he asked me, like, basically, why did I ask him that question? And because we was having a discussion, because some guy was being rude to us. He made more money than him, but he knew the guy because it was like I said, it's a circle they are in, but they don't always agree with their circle because sometimes people, they may not talk about you, but people can sneak diss people. I've been to channels and I listen to people in real life, real time, offline, online, where people sneak diss people. And he started hanging out with us. That man that made $2.5 million a year, he started understanding what sneak dissing is. It's like, yeah, man, I work hard. I mean, it's other people can work hard too, but they don't want to work hard. Why he in a group with other people that work hard, but I guess the income level don't show him working hard. And people don't respect certain values in a man. So if he don't make enough money, they would sneak this, say, man, you can do this on the side, this and that. Everybody don't. And that's another thing. I didn't know about credit cards, but I heard of it and know about APR and the equity. Now I know about equity. If you never heard equity, how you know what equity is? Just because your mother and father are married, how you know what it takes to be married? Just because your mother and father own stock in the company, how did it take? Like Kobe just ended up passing on $400 million because he was the third highest stock owner in Body Armor, but it was a company under Body Armor. So now Kobe worth as his passing on, because he passed on, 400 million after he passed on. So sometimes that wasn't just, I didn't say that because that was about money. It was the values and the things he took in throughout his whole life to understand. Because just because he's a basketball player, that don't mean he's automatically going to invest in things. Just because you got millions of dollars, that don't mean those people invest in those things. How you know they invest? It's a million trillion. Like I say, if you're a billionaire, it's a billion ways to become a billionaire. If you're a millionaire, it's a million ways to become a millionaire. There's millions of ways to do a lot of things, but you can't just follow one system and say that's the only way to go. And then when you lose dignity and respect, and some people are not humble. Some people had to retract their word. Like, you the least humble. I said, me being homeless, it's like 7 years. I keep saying 6 years. I don't know why. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's 6 years. So it's still 6 years. Sorry. So 6 years is so slow. I thought it was fast, but it's slow. So 6 years ago, that I had to understand I wasn't homeless. So it's going back to what I was reiterating a little while ago. I wasn't homeless because I was risking my money and all these other things. I was homeless because the lack of skills I didn't know. Think about that. The lack of skills I didn't have and I didn't know. I was homeless. So think about that credit card. I didn't know about a credit card. Now I can tell you a little bit, because I don't know everything. And I always say this. People say, do you know everything? And it used to be smart aleck, but I'm trying to wonder why my spirit, I got it. Why my spirit allowed me to say yes. But people are like, oh, you think you know everything? You want to teach about this and that. I didn't get a chance to say nothing else. And I would just sit there because I learned some people are very well versed in things they do and the things they say. You may think I say this stuff a lot. I don't. I understand why that woman called me a master. I don't say this a lot. Like if I show you what I look up, you like, OJ, why are you reading that? I found it. Why is a law called the Escobar law? I clicked on the internet and pressed the button, and I seen Escobar, Danny Escobar. And I said, who is Danny Escobar? I looked at it, and they passed a law. I said, oh, wow, I would have never known that. But that's coming from that source. Now I'm hanging out with that guy that makes $2.5 million. I didn't know that. But guess what? Just being around, that's the value system I want to be part of. I had a dream, now like Martin Luther King, about we in the community, the brothers that's able to do it to guard, because we know it wasn't the guard from, and see, this is our low vibration mind. It wasn't guarding pedophiles. That wasn't his only duty. Or men that was coming just to harm children. They was guarding men that was coming to harm the community. If we can take a note, you know what that came to me? The spirit showed me, because they trying to erase the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre. They're going to say that in about 200-300 years that never exists, just as in Central Park. But now look at they throwing all this information at us, and people saying it's fake. You ever notice when it's like the import of marijuana? It wasn't legal till now they can tax it. So now the information is legal because now think about it. They won't ban you for that information. Now, I got banned from Facebook for saying Adolf Hitler information. That's terrorism. But Adolf Hitler is literally describing what's going on. It was another guy, I can't remember because I found it and it didn't save to my Google Photos. So I have to find it. And then it was because it didn't come through a search. I kept pressing on stuff. So click on, like, as I say, I saw you how I studied that one time. I kept pressing on things. They banned me because I was saying I was terrorism. I was like, well, so why ain't the FBI coming and auditing me? Why not auditing me if I'm I believe in terrorism? No, I trust in the know and truth. So when the spirit gave me truth of the things I was doing to understand, I was like, wow, I'm homeless because I didn't have any skills. So people, like a lot of brothers, they trade stock from 17 to 38. They wealthy, but he can't go fix the stove when it's broke. But you can fix that stove now. It's not to diss him, but that's the understanding. So when that people was trying to come into your community, them brother warriors, them brother at arms, which we call them, they came in. And just how you do when you date and when you get to know people, they ask them questions. What are you here for? Did somebody call you? Did you have a purpose? That would stop slavery, and that would stop us, the religious mindset. I love when a person can read tarot and do all these things and still say God. But when you look under their belief, they don't use the word God. So I was like, in their literature, they don't say God. Why are you using God? They're confused. Because when you in love and you being love, that means you giving it and you sharing it to yourself first. It's easy for me to love you, my brother. It's easy for me to love my sisters and my sisters. It's easy. It don't take for her to be a certain way. She got blonde hair. I don't care for her, but that don't mean I don't love her. That don't mean I can't respect her. But soon she started doing things. Now we got to understand love. Love is an element. I know you say, oh, you crazy, or that's my power. Love is an element. That's what I came up with in my spirit. To you, love can be something totally different. But I know it's an element. It's part of earth, wind, fire, and water. How was those created? You don't know the full answer to do that to you. You know how the love is created the same exact way. Those are created. So when I love someone, it's easy for me to give it and share it. Because remember, in unity, it's how many eyes? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's even. So I'm even with myself already. A, N, unit, it, I, you. You is 2 times. Well, 3 times the word you is used. So you got to think about that. Think about that real quick. How everything you do comes from you. It's a circle. Nothing is new. But who you are, you know what's new? You knew. You the only new thing that's in this equation now. You the only new thing in this system. Not that money you make, not the house you got, not that car. You are the finite person of this equation. Not your dreams, not your accomplishment. You are the finite reason this dream, this accomplishment can happen, because it's you. So think about the love that you have. It's easy to go love someone. So when it's funny how people are like, oh, I'm an empath and all these things, but that don't mean I won't cuss you out. Yeah, if you get that far, that's what I'm saying. It's a work. But if your first mind is to acknowledge you can cuss me out, your first mind could be acknowledge you don't never have to cuss no one out ever again. So when I'm acknowledging it, like, man, I got to make a knowledge of it. Okay, I'm getting hyper. And I go back and listen to things. I say, I ain't have to even say that. Like, wow, the next time you like, such as that same person, they trying to bring you out of them. You like, nope. And they go ask you why you're not, they go ask you privately, why you're not phased no more? Because there's nothing more to be phased by. Because you showing me within you, you're not going to get better. People are like, go do a work. See, these people are working on themselves. Cool. And they don't see the work in you. Why they don't see the work? Because they only want their work is a system. You have to look and talk a certain way. That's their value system. Looking and talking a certain way. They value that. You don't have to value what they value. You don't have to look the way they look. But you take value in that. My morals is totally different from people. See how I gave different examples how the man treat his woman. I don't treat my woman that way. I have no reason to treat her that way. I have no reason. So he's married. I'm not married. But when I'm dating or I'm with a woman, the woman I've been with, I have no reason to treat her. I'm not going to talk to my woman. I'm going to say, no, we're coming to, we don't understand. What's the purpose of what we're doing? Your woman don't listen to you. Why would you marry her? Your woman cheating. Why would you keep giving your love? Leave. It's a lot of things we can do, but we don't do it. And it don't have to be in an angry way. I don't have to say, well, she cheating on you and this. I don't have to say nothing. I say, dude, just leave. That would be your best bet. That'd be your best decision in your life you ever made. Because you're taking care of yourself. You're not, and overall, I want unconditional love. Unconditional don't have a condition to why she want to love me. She understands I'm doing this freely. You do stuff freely, but she put a condition. You might want to step back. Think about that. You doing something unconditionally, and she putting a condition on it. She won't even use the part of her heart that if she got that part of her heart, she won't even use that on you. She's gonna wait. She's gonna work in the negative realm, the bad realm, the evil realm, the lost realm, to compare you the things she desire, but that don't even make up the man, because you have blood, you got skin, you made up of organs and different things. You got a heart, you got a brain. She's not going to use those things to qualify you or utilize to compare you to a man or you yourself. She's going to use everything that's nothing about a man to compare to the man. Think about it. Yo, guys that's around you going to think as that same way. You're not a man unless you look or say or act a certain way or have certain things too. And he won't want to unify with you. We really got to take a step back and really hold. I say, whoa, horsey, whoa, hold on. It's like take a break, pause, take a break. I'm like, is that really who you want to be known as? I'm sorry. I know the world gonna suck, but my son and my daughter ain't gonna suck. I know the world gonna be corrupted. Why my son and daughter? My mother would say to me, and I'm gonna say that to my child. And she got on me still, even when she said it, still whooped my butt. I didn't teach you that. Now, if it's something I ain't teach you, I understand. But I still gave you enough information to say, is this right or wrong? Like, you telling me the brain that we was given and the information that you received is not enough? Okay, you didn't know about credit. But you had to, I showed you, I guided you, I challenged you about paying your bills. So why would you use everything in your might to go out that night and you had to pay your bills the next day or a couple of more days? Why? Why would you? So I say, some things is you can have an addiction. So this is the thing. Your addiction is more powerful to you, because that's what you're telling me. And if you better check yourself right now. If you got an addiction, and I don't people like, oh, you never done drugs, you never been addicted. So what? I'm not gonna sit up here and have people kill themselves. Their addiction is stronger than them. You got to really look at that. So you telling me that money we gravitate to, they take from something that's alive. These trees are alive. They're just as alive as me and you. They need food, water, and light, and everything we need. And they cut it, and it dies. And they plant it's green leaves, so they psychedelically tell us it's powerful by painting it green. And say that's the most powerful thing in the world that's going to get you to what you need in your life. No, it's not. You gonna need you in your life. Knowledge into that, you was homeless because you ain't have no skills. Now you got skills. You have not a multifaceted sources of income. You have a multifaceted sources of knowledge now. Knowledge is you're going to stay out of homelessness because you have knowledge and not to be homeless. Now that information you share being around them other brothers, it's not because of the money gap, because of the information you all brothers in all areas, no matter if he make more money than you or not, he can use some type of information that you have. A lot of brothers don't get that. A lot of women don't get that. You got to stop. Don't put yourself in a position to allow the system to dictate who you are. And that's from day one. So imagine you got in trouble, brother, going back. There's a brother that's incarcerated right now. Who watching his son? Who watching his daughter? His wife. She's unprotected. But they told us, I gotta hate somebody that I never met and let his son and daughter suffer. Hold on. Let's say if I didn't care for him, I love me. I know what I'm able to give. I want to help her son and daughter. But that mother can't block that. Now she blocked that's why if you now do it a different way, that's child support. That's the most evilest thing. I was listening to some people like one lie. I'm saying, I don't have a child. I'm 38. And I'm saying, wow. And the women explaining it, whether it was good or bad, I was receiving a lot of knowledge. I'm saying child support is evil. And the woman wasn't even being evil because she was one of the women was like, I filed with child support, but I didn't know it was actually that bad for the men. Let's say the men, like even one on the channel he came on some social media ended up seeing it by just going through social media. He showed me his checks. He's like, this is how much they take. This is how much I make. So basically, if you make, so that man, let's say he do make over 100,000 a year. That man make over 120,000 a year. Guess what? He's not going to see 60,000 or more of that money. I think that's a lot. And then just take into account, we understand. But let's say the woman filed for divorce. It was so much. I was like, but in the other stuff, that was the stuff I took account of. I say, damn, you don't have no life. So one of them, I tell young men, even before I even heard that, now I can use that information with that and say, if you gonna not do the right steps to vet the woman or to make sure, because selfishness, a woman that's selfish is the first signs you're gonna have a hard time with her. Now I ain't saying break up with her or don't be with her. Take the time out now to see how can you pull that away, because sometimes you might have to work with someone. And that's the problem with unity. We don't take time out to work with each other. We think the castle supposed to be built before you get there. It don't supposed to have no plumbing problems. So that house supposed to be built, no plumbing. That means, so hold on. Not that it don't have no problems. Plumbing problems is never going to happen in that house. Nothing is never going to break. I'm just talking about the house, the analogy of things. Nothing. And you're supposed to have that and make sure that it don't never break. Because when you do, that lets you know. They use all of these things to keep us away from each other, to keep us away from ourselves. I'm walking in the kitchen or I'm walking out of my bedroom. I hit my toe. I didn't expect that to happen. That's the last thing I want to happen. That hurt. That happened to me when you was younger. It was cool. About last year, I did that for like 3 months. Even I was walking funny. I was like, I'm bending my toe back. It hurt. I'm like, why I'm walking funny? I should be able to walk straight. But we got to understand things is going to happen. It's how you go through it as a man. And we're not giving that to our young men. We're abandoning them. So I don't have to be against the drug dealer. I don't have to so much. I don't want to say honor them or don't respect them or don't honor them. I have to understand. But at the same time, I can't be saying I hate him because I hate him because he's selling drugs. Like to me, I don't have no problem with somebody that sell weed. I never did. Even though it stink and I hate the smell and I know what's in it, I definitely have a problem. But somebody can sell, weed. I think people are addicted to weed. They don't admit to that. I feel like crack, heroin, cocaine. I feel like those are the things, for some reason, I don't know why, to really destroy our community. Even with PCP and weed, they didn't really destroy our community. I make sense of it. I understand because I watched it. But crack, and a lot of people that do crack and cocaine and heroin, their house is not always nasty. I don't know how they always portray that on TV. I remember we talked about that. That's weird to me. But if he ain't at home, it is like, I don't care. No, like, I know I have my indifference on topics and how things go. I say I'm not gonna go protect that woman, but I end up protecting her. But I do it in a way where I don't endanger myself. Because I'm gonna keep I'm like, hey, like she walked by, hey, you might want to stop acting that way because she gonna happen to me. Stuff happens. I don't know when it happened. I don't know if it was this year, a couple of months ago, a couple of days ago. Say, stop acting that way. I don't think that guy had nothing to lose. So she looked at me, even though she ignored me when I say hi to her. See, I'm not gonna create some hatred because some woman ain't say hi to me. And I say, stop doing that. Please stop doing that. You put yourself in danger. And that's me helping her. But you got to remember, if our raised women not going to listen to us, yes, you will be in danger all the time. And she listened. I was shocked that she did listen. And he left her alone. She ain't say thank you or nothing. I don't care. But she walked away. So we made eye connection, alignment again, and walked away. But that was me protecting her. So when black women talk about we not unified, the black men don't protect them, my question now is her circle. So if you're saying your brothers don't treat you right, now I'm going to lead a woman. I'll give that example because we understand the woman part. Now let's go to the man part. They made fun of me because I talked white. They make fun of you talk white, or did you portray something to them that you knew they didn't care for? Yo, man, I'm doing this, you know what I mean, and all that. And you know what a lot of dudes did? And I watched and I told them, don't do that. He started correcting his language. Nobody want to be sitting outside talking to somebody, not in no environment that way, to be corrected all the time. I said, he didn't treat you that way because you act and talk white. He treats you that way because you was constantly trying to correct this man instead of just being his friend. You was going to the end. You kept trying to do things. I was like, that's why that man didn't like you. See, but we don't get to that truth. Why she ain't like me. That's not for her. You were not for her. She wanted a certain type of man. That's why she didn't like you. You don't got to be mad at women. She cheated on me. Like, I hear stories. Let's say I'm taking the women, I'm taking them account. At 17, you got hurt by Susie Rottencross because she wanted to be with that other dude that was living a fast life. And you got mad. Don't get mad. That has nothing to do with you. She was a floozy. She was a slut. Why are you mad that the slut did slut thing? You got to remember that. But now, as an adult, if that's happening, you got to ask yourself, not that you're attracted, even for women, I think you attract who you attract is stupid. I think that's a stupid way to look at things. To me, it's foolish. It don't make sense. Because like when they say, oh, a nice guy's finish last, you're going to finish last because the original meaning of nice mean foolish, simpleton. So good. Now you say, why? Well, quote unquote, the good guy treated me bad. No, he wasn't. Good don't represent bad. Now, this is going to sound silly right quick. If you're still on here and you get to this part, bad has a realm of itself. Good have his own realm. Right now, I want to be with a woman, right? All right. Am I thinking to go cheat on her? No. Now, I don't get this. Now, if dudes is doing this, yeah, you something wrong with you. But I'm trying to be with a woman. I'm trying to be good. So my good is like, man, I want to take her out. I want to show her a fun time. I want to treat her good. I want to see what her heart's about. I want to see what's in her head. Yeah, you want to have sex, but cool. That's not bad. Sex is like women talk like sex is bad. Like we didn't get procreated through sex, but whatever. I don't even get on that with women because that's the silliest stuff. Because then they talk about sex too with their friends and other people. They just don't want it at that moment. Cool. I can understand you don't want it so fast. That's all you got to say. But talking about sex is not bad. But whatever. And so I'm not thinking about being another woman, right? 2 months down the line, I'm not thinking about being another woman because I'm happy with the woman I'm with because good. A year, 2 years. What in the right mind as a man, if you're good, when do you start wanting to be with other women when you got the woman in front of you? And I don't use an excuse to say, well, she talking bad to me. Well, if you can't communicate and you did all you can do to see if she can communicate with you, you leave. That's good. Good is leaving. If a woman, I've dated women. If a woman ever said to you, I treated her bad, ask her why. Because he broke up with me. And I heard that before. I said, but when I first heard that, I just laughed because like that reminds me of me. When a woman said, I treated her bad because I broke up with her. Now, I'm not being funny. Now, if we go by good, what did she really offer me? Her selfishness. It was hard for her to do things for me. Like, you didn't want to spend her money. I'm spending my money. I'm using we She's still using herself. She get mad if I don't do certain things to satisfy her. I was like, that's the woman come on, brothers, we gotta think. That's the woman we're mad at. Why are you mad at her? She'd be happy. I'm glad that woman don't. And that's what people don't understand. I get a little sad. That's a normal emotion. Now, all other things they start using, egotistical, narcissists. People that use that don't even know, or not as humble. When people use that, I have no clue what they mean because they use it such in a bad way. He a narcissist. Is he a narcissist, or you just didn't listen to him? Or you just accept his shit. How we call it? That's how I look at it. Is she really that bad, or I just didn't pay attention to how she was treating me? That's how I look at it. Come on now. Got to understand that. Is that person really that way, or is that what we choose to ignore? Do I choose to ignore Billy Bob or Susan John Doe or Susie Rottencrotch of the things that I know that's not good for me? You talking and she ignoring you? If she don't listen, why would you keep entertaining? Start making your way away. Let her know this ain't working. You keep doing that, I'm going. People, if somebody say that, and I had to learn that. I had women, and I said after the third, I was like, stop saying that to me. Every time you wondering why I stopped doing things. I'm leaving. She's like, well, I'm saying like you just like. I was like, no, you just took, and then what she did, she took the accountability away from her and the responsibility. So that's when I learned, and that's another thing in our community. And I'm happy I'm seeing this more. Start holding that women, your daughter, accountable and responsible for her own actions. If you feel ugly, that's your fault. You allow somebody to enter into your system, into you, to control your powers of who you are, your purpose, and to give you a negative or a bad. You sometimes you just gotta say it that way, because it might sound mean spirited to some. Some people like, man, I get that because I've done it. I've done it myself. I've done it too. I allow some person that barely know me, that didn't even listen to me, because they had take words and turn them. So if like how I'm talking now, right? And I say, let me use a real example. I don't care. I don't listen to people that do drugs, but also then if I say that, have a follow-up question of why I say that. People say, well, I'm going to take that for what it is. I hate men that sell drugs. But at the same time, he have a son or a daughter. So do I ignore their son and daughter just because I hate them and it's allowed them to be? And I walk past them every day. That takes some type of cold heartedness and some hatred, which is hatred, to do. I don't care nobody say. I would say a lot of things, but I'll never. That's why I say I wish. And that's why I know I don't have it. The Spirit even said, I can't make you as everybody. I got to make you you. My spirit and my own soul, my own conscience, my own ability within me even told me, I can't make you like that, dude. You was homeless. You didn't rob people. He will justify a way to rob people. He would justify a way to sell. That's the part that I'm talking about. See, I can have respect of person, but I have to respect what they do because it's not respectable. And then people say, well, your respect is an abstract. Oh, what's your meaning of respect? Right. Your meaning of a good man is a man just because he bringing home money, but he don't care about you. But then you say, I lost myself because see, I never will put blame on a woman of why I treat a woman that way. If a woman make me feel I got to go outside and find another woman, what is the purpose of that woman being there? If the guy I'm with, I have to go out and talk about him and steal from him, what kind of man do that make me? I got to go get with his woman. I ain't say date his sister or somebody in his family because you trying to build in court. I'm talking about corrupt relationship, infidelity, defiling people. I gotta hurt a child. I like even this. Like nobody want to talk. No, we not really talking about this either, black men. You defile a child because of your sexual desires. It's not being met or it's too high. What's wrong? Not gonna, can't blame that on him. And then another thing that aggravates me in the black community, we talk about gaslighting, but we don't gaslight. We pick a narrative and we run with it. Black lives matters to me, but the movement don't matter to me because I'm black every day. I'm my race every day. I can't go take a shower and take it off. I can lighten my skin. I can do all this stuff to hurt my body and augment it and de-enhance it because you're not enhancing it. That still don't make me who I am. Because who I am is already before I did any of that stuff. That's who I am. But I'm not going to feel like people saturate themselves. I can listen because I learned, man, if I listen to all them black women that hate black men, I'll saturate and think I hate black women after a while. So that's why I say my daughter go want a black man because her father. And I'm going to tell my daughter, I was homeless. I did some. I'm saying I'm telling my daughter, I ain't cheat on your mother. But it's sometimes she made me upset because she acted a certain way. She didn't do. But I'm not going to hate the whole race. I'm not going to categorize women and men for us. Like people, we going to miss out on love because of our income, our ideologies, our lost values, everything that's corrupted, toxic, the breeze that's full of cloudy, it's not you unsure about, you're going to miss out on real love. Your power in you, you're going to miss out on it because you worried about, I'm sorry, how she look. Like the black women to say, well, he got a white woman or a Puerto Rican woman or Asian, whatever, and she fat. Like no diss to like my black women. A lot of our mothers is not workout moguls. Most of our mothers are a good average size. So if I get with a black woman that's 180, I get with a fat woman another race because she treat me good. I'm not saying I do it, but they get mad at that. Go look at his mother. His mother probably not the most fittest woman in the world, but his mother also showing him love, and he got with that woman regardless of she might have some. She got racist, probably ran her family, and some things she might say or do, but he got with her because he reminded her of her mother, and he didn't look at her race. She probably really treated him genuinely good. It has nothing to do with because she fat. And the black women, they go other race. They get with a other race men think he look good, but he like a doofy Johnny Bravo or he look gay. But that's here and there. And say, look, we get with good looking white men that got this and that. But I don't go out of my race because I don't want to feel. I will feel incomplete. But just because she my race, that don't mean I disrespect her. Just because she not my race, I don't honor her better. If that's my woman, I always honor my woman. So I will tell you, brothers, if you go, you keep honoring her. They get mad because they want you to treat that other race. That's your woman. They want you to treat her bad because she's another race. Because you know why? She experienced going her race. That's how she felt. She was a pump and dump for black men. She was a pump and dump for white men. A pump and dump. Now she mad at every man. But she'll still have sex with men. If I'm mad at, I haven't had sex with women because I don't have no good vibe, no good energy with the ones I've met or the one that I didn't have sex with. So why am I having sex? See, but that's the formalities and the systems we are put in. So I hope through all of this understanding, fist up, you have the power, black man, the power in you. You greater than what the world sees you, the narrative, the stigmas, the stereotypes. You way better than that. You way greater than that. Especially when you don't do nothing. You literally live your life. You go to work, come home, and go travel. You enjoy. You whatever you do. If you drink, you smoke, you get back home. You ain't bother nobody. You ain't hurt nobody. I don't gravitate to everything. When I start, I just leave. They're like, why you leave? I'm like, you're not talking about me. You're describing something that you have no understanding. You never even got to know who I am. Or even the old me, you don't even know who I was. When people, and we gotta stop saying that. If somebody used to do something to somebody, they're going to remember you as that. So you got to allow them to remember as you are now. So what I say unto one, I say unto all. It's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. Make wiser decisions. Make wiser choices. Choose wisely. There's nothing wrong with not going somewhere because you don't feel right. There's nothing wrong with not being around people. But if that's your whole MO, you got to check that. You introvert, that don't mean you hate. That don't mean you just don't be around nobody. So what? You allowing some stupid word that was created by the system to control you. You're not an introvert. You just got a problem somewhere. You got to help yourself fix or expel it so you can be the real you. And you may not be an introvert. You might keep to yourself, but when you use an introvert, you become what they call you. If you become everything they call you, you will have no knowledge of you.